afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 2 video. Bring you my Charlotte 2023 regional team. Now, I'm recording this before I actually attended, but I already know that I went 9-0 in Swiss. Great time, was an absolute blast. I'm enjoying day 2 currently. No, I have no idea. Anyway, yes, you're seeing this after the fact. I'm seeing this before the fact. This is very similar to my Orlando team. I think in total, I've only changed one Pokemon. Instead of the Great Tusk, I have the Roaring Moon, but I've changed a lot of the sets and I've altered a lot of the EV spreads, a lot of the items, a lot of the moves, and I feel like this is a team that I'm a lot more comfortable with. Now, you know me. Welcome to Sci Sports, a competitive Sci Spam podcast, and here we have Sci Spam again, rocking the Brute Bonnet, fire type Brute Bonnet this time. Also, all the spreads and EVs are all in the description if you guys are curious. You can go ahead and check that out there. But I'm running Sci Spam again. I'm actually running a skill swap Indeedee here, and I think that skill swap Indeedee is super overlooked. The idea was given to me by Bruno, who is the person that created and runs the Malamar Cup, which is another thing that I play here on the channel. And the thought process behind it is, I could set Sun back up if I'm against Rain. I could set Terrain back up if I'm against Ice Spinner. So it's actually a really cool tech that I feel like not a lot of people give coverage to. So hopefully I get to showcase it a little bit in today's video. We'll see. Top of that, the rest of the team is kind of self-explanatory. I have double dark types because, you know, opposing Armor Rouge and Indeedee matchups are always a little bit rough. I have an Armor Rouge. I have a Torkoal just to boost my photosynthesis bonds, which I have 3 of them on this team. So I think overall this team does meld together very well and does use different facets. I have a fast mode, I have a trick room mode, and you know, it's a pretty darn good team. Hopefully you guys will get to see it in some good battles today. Hope you guys are excited. If you guys are excited, click the like button down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. With that said, let's go ahead and get on to my Charlotte regional team. Well, this is definitely a weird one. Oh, okay. I'm going against Pincurchin, Iron Hands. So there is a little bit of a scariness there. It's also a pretty hard Trick Room team. Actually, a lot harder Trick Room than my Trick Room team is, I'd say. Right? They have a lot slower Pokemon like Pincurchin and like Iron Hands. Granted, I do have a Torkoal, and Torkoal can kind of do great against this team, in all honesty. I mean, looking at a team like this, I realize Trick Room is probably the name of the game for my opponent right away. So I think I'm going to go Flutter Mane. I'm going to go Flutter Mane, Roaring Moon right away. Try to put a lot of pressure on them. And then on the off chance they get Trick Room up, I'm going to go Torkoal and Old Greg in the back. So this is like a situation where I don't want to fight them with the Sci Spam, because I don't think it's beneficial to fight Sci Spam into opposing Trick Room. And it's not too beneficial to fight Sci Spam into things that might carry Wide Guard, like the Pelipper. So let them think that I'm going to do it, and I'll just not do it. Don't play into your opponent's hands. Anyway, they're going to go with the Iron Hands and the Spiritomb lead. Unfortunately, this does mean that my opponent is going to get a pretty scary first turn, because they can click Fake Out on something, which is definitely going to be the Roaring Moon, and then they can probably set Trick Room here. I fully expect Spiritomb to just like sit here and Terrastalize just to get this Trick Room up. So hey, if they're gonna go and do that, I'm gonna take something from them. I'm gonna Fairy Terra Flutter Mane, and I'm gonna take their hands. And that's that. And I can Jaw Lock the Spiritomb, keep it on the field as well. They're actually gonna withdraw hands. Oh. So you're telling me is I could have stopped Trick Room. Well, that's a little sad. That ain't good. That's really bad for me, actually. I mean, there is no Pincurchin on the planet that is going to appreciate a Specs Moonblast. Fairy Terra from a Flutter Mane. Don't tell me they just like go for a Shadow Sneak. That'd be a little wild. Oh, I don't think that's the case. That'd be weird. All right, no, they don't. All right, Moonblast, see some damage, hopefully. Neat. Okay, Pincurchin's gone. I'm not sure that matters, though. I'd much rather take out their other thing. But hey, Jaw Lock is also going to connect onto the Spiritomb. And then the Trick Room is going to happen. Hey, man, fair enough. The thing is, the Iron Hand's going to come back on the field, and I'm going to have to make some decisions. I think if Iron Hands is going to attack the Flutter Mane spot, it's not going to be... It's not going to be with a fighting type move. So I can go into Brute Bonnet there. And I can't swap out with Roaring Moon, so I'm kind of just stuck here. So I'm just going to click Protect. The unfortunate thing is that with the electric turret on the field, the Brute Bonnet can't go for Spores, which would be really convenient right about now. But I'm also min-speed Brute Bonnet. All right, let's just go for the Protect here. They go for the Snarl. That doesn't actually matter too much. Now let's see how they react to that play. Actually, the Spiritom's the slowest thing on the field right now. That's wild. And they do just go for Thunder Punch. All right. Well, Brute Bonnet eats that, thankfully. The good news is now they have two things that they got to worry a little bit about. Both of which they can just punch. But if they knock one of my two Pokemon out, then I'm in a pretty decent spot. They're going to Will-O-Wisp my Roaring Moon, though. That's actually the one that I care less about getting burned. I would much rather have the Roaring Moon burnt than the Bonnet. Thankfully, I do outspeed, though. So I'm going to get a little bit of chip damage onto the Iron Hands with the Bullet Seed. If I'm lucky, I get 5. I could have taken the opportunity to finish off the Spiritomb, but honestly, I think by having a Pokemon on that side of the field that doesn't do damage, that's good for me. Cool. I did hit 5. Nice and lucky. Then we're going to go for the Drain Punch onto my Brute Bonnet. It's going to knock me down a peg or two. But here's the thing. I am now allowed into Torkoal, which is a lot more of a big deal for me. And I'm also going to lower the attack of the Iron Hands. They don't know this, but my Roaring Moon is like practically support. It's a Tailwind setter and a Jaw Locker and just a Breaking Swiper. So I'm totally fine with this. In comes Torkoal. Good luck. My Roaring Moon's going to do a little bit more attack damage. Again, not that it matters, because I am burnt. But now they've got something to fear. That's my Torkoal. Let's go for the Eruption. Let's go for the Breaking Swipe. Take no prisoners, you beautiful turtle. Take absolutely no prisoners. Oof. Now, since we knocked out their Pincurchin, there is no faster Pokemon on their team in Trick Room. And since we preserved our Flutter Mane, it means we can maybe get some late game... Do they have Pelipper here, really? They did bring Pelipper. Wow. Oh, that's a little bit of a problem. I mean, I might be able to still take out the Spiritomb. We'll see. Nope. Okay. And Pain Split, dude. They're going to keep the Spiritomb out for so long. Oh, this is getting annoying. This is getting real annoying, actually. I can make plays, though. I'm not completely out of this yet. I can Jaw Lock Pelipper. Keep it on the field a little bit longer. Let me go into the Flutter Mane, just because I want to make sure that I get this. I keep the weather the way that I want the weather. A little bit of risky play here. My opponent's definitely playing this weird team very well. It's not like they're making dumb plays. They're making plays for sure. Here's a Snarl. Thankfully not going to do a lot of damage to my side of the field. Might have to take a Hydro Pump here, but I think if there's any Pokemon that has to take a Hydro Pump, it's going to be Flutter Mane. Hopefully. Okay, I do take it. Not well, but I take it. And now the Pelipper's locked in here too. Whew. All right. I'm just locking everything on the field. I got Pseudo Shadow Tag here. Dimensions return to normal. I have a Flutter on the field. One more Jaw Lock knocks out the Pelipper. One more Moonblast knocks out the Spiritomb. I'm actually going to double the Spiritomb here. Just in case. Just in case it Terrastalizes and something goes wrong. But I highly doubt something's going to go wrong here. Listen, man, I wasn't born yesterday. Sure, you predict Dazzling Gleam. Not today, though. They have Roselli. This is why I doubled into that spot. They have Roselli Berry. Oh, my goodness. I think, honestly, I might still knock here, though. Yeah, that's just way too much damage. That last swap, that last turn is practically what won me this game, I think. Jaw Lock. Beautiful. And honestly, the Roaring Moon with the jaw lock and forcing them to stay onto the field is another thing that just making this game that much more in my favor. All right, all that's left is an Iron Hands who can carry Fake Out. Okay, I think because it can carry Fake Out, I have to play this a little bit more cautiously. I have to go into my Torkoal. And let's just Breaking Swipe here. We could die to a Fake Out. And if we throw that hard, then we deserve to lose, which is why I refuse to throw. I refuse to make dumb plays. I play this team literally a billion times. See the Fake Out. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Breaking Swipe. Gonna weaken your damage output a little bit more. Again, they probably are gonna go for Drain Punch next turn, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna keep doubling that spot because I got nothing else going for me. Let's Flamethrower, let's Breaking Swipe. I don't have to swap. I could just let one of these two Pokemon die naturally and then have the Flutter Mane win the game. Battle was canceled, and we're taking game one with this team. Whew. Very competitive back and forth battle. That was a lot of fun. I like that one. On to the next. Brother man, there's a Grumpig here. Listen, if I'm going against Grumpig at regionals, I'm having a good time. They got no dark types on their side of the field. So, you know what that means? That means Indeedee Armor Rouge, baby. What does Grumpig actually do? Is this an Aaron? Like, did Aaron play this or go against this? Or did something happen with this team? This feels like someone popular played this team that I clearly need to inform myself more about. But it's all good. There's definitely an old Greg game in the back as well. What do I do as the final mon here? I'm thinking Flutter Mane is never the wrong choice. Just in that late game Trick Room situation where the Trick Room's on its final legs and I need a good swap in. You can swap into fast Pokemon. Melt some things with Dazzling Gleam and when everything's at 1 HP. Stuff in the play. What does Grumpig do? Excuse me while I simultaneously open Pikalytics. Shout out to Pikalytics for being an absolute amazing tool. And oh, here it is. We are going to find out together what Grumpig does. 0.01% usage. And I get a 404 error. Uh-oh. That's what Grumpig does. It gives a 404 error. The Pikalytics. Well, I guess I'm not finding out what Grumpig does. Like, honestly, I don't know. How about I click Expanding Force and I click Follow Me for now? Is that okay? Super Fang. Gonna dodge it though. Beautiful. 90% accuracy, baby. Snarl. Oh. Is that all it does? I mean, that's gonna be a little annoying. But this should still hurt the mouse hold. Yeah, that hurts still. Huh. One more should definitely finish the mouse hold. And I'm just gonna Trick Room here. If they're not gonna stop me, I'm gonna do it. Right? What reason do I have not to right now? They're gonna Terrastalize something. It's gonna be the Grumpig. It's a Terra Dark Grumpig. Why wouldn't it be? All right, well, that's gonna be great for my Flutter Mane in the back. That much I know. And Mouse Hold's gonna protect. Okay, so I'm gonna waste my turn with my Armor Rouge here. NBD. They're just gonna Snarl again. Indeedee's gonna avoid. I guess that's fine. Armor is going to be taken down to 49 HP. It's a little sad, but no big deal. Expanding Force is going to fail. But Trick Room is going to go up. Huh. I wonder what I should do now. It's probably Thick Fat there, right? Is that the thing? Does it get Thick Fat? I got so many questions. I'm going to go into Brute Bonnet, though. Hopefully my questions get answered eventually. Yeah, I'll take a Friend Guard. I'll skill swap away a Friend Guard. That works for me. Thank you, sir. I would much rather have that on my side of the field. You could have Psychic Terrain. Let's see if they just protect this turn, though. No, they're going to swap out. Who's going to swap in, though? Do they have something slow on their team? That's not slow. That's a Rotom that can't terrestrialize. I guess I'll take Levitate. I'm a floating Indeedee now. Cool. Much rather have Friend Guard, but it's fine. Followed by another Snarl. Is that all you're going to do? Is that all Grumpig has to offer? Okay, well. There's no way Rotom's not gonna let me attack here, so. I think I'm cool with just Dazzling Gleam plus Bullet Seeding the Grumpig. And let the Rotom protect. I will worry about Rotom next turn. There's actually nothing that really wants to... They're gonna swap there? Really? That's definitely Rotom protect, though, right? Okay, Mousehold will go down this turn, thankfully. They're just trying to stall my... Really? Don't tell me I'm about to get burned. I can't believe Rotom didn't protect there. That's wild, dude. You don't fear me? You don't fear my Greg? Wow. Okay, well, I might have just thrown if I get burnt. Wow, I get burnt. I have Fire Terror. I have the way to stop this. I just didn't think they were that crazy. Huh. I also have Follow Me. I have so many answers to that. Okay, so that's me getting a little greedy, I guess. Maybe Rotom just doesn't have Protect, and I'm predicting things that don't exist. Again, Grumpig isn't a threat yet. I don't even think I had to switch there, but okay. Well, now that I'm burnt, I think, honestly, I still probably knock the Rotom. If I'm going to be honest. And let me just go for... Got 2 turns of Trick Room left. Yeah, I got time. Let's Bullet Seed here, and let's just keep going for Dazzling Gleam Chip. Grumpig has only clicked Snarl this game. No idea what other moves it has. All right, yeah, this Rotom might not have Protect at this point. I might knock it with 1 crit, but it probably has like a Healy Berry. No Healy Berry. Wiki Berry? No Wiki Berry. I did just hit it 4 times though. A 5th one wouldn't have been able to knock out anyway. All right, they're going for Snarl again. Not phased. I'm assuming a Hydro Pump into a DD? Yeah, okay. DD will still live. Nice. Okay, weirdness disappears from the battlefield. I'm going to start putting things to sleep. Does this Grumpig have like safety goggles or something? I hope not. I'm going to put it to sleep. I'm going to skill swap the Rotom just so I can get the Psychic Terrain back on the field. I'm trying to prep for next turn here. Trying to do some big brain stuff. Get the Psychic Terrain back on the field without sacrificing too much. Then I can at least click Expanding Force if I have to go down that route later in the game. I mean, I'm failing to see my opponent's damage, if I'm entirely honest. I might not even need Trick Room to finish this game up. Okay, we get to see the last Pokemon here. They're switching out the Grumpig. Annihilate is the final. Ooh. Hopefully not Vital Spirit here. I wrote him Protects. Yeah, I hope no Vital Spirit here. No Vital Spirit. Cool. Works for me. Good night, Annihilate. All right. I didn't get the skill swap back up like I wanted. But honestly, I'm seeing that the rest of my opponent's team loses to Dazzling Gleam. So that's kind of means I don't want a Trick Room. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Bullet Seed the Rotom and then Hard Swap into my Flutter Mane. I might even go Fairy Terra Flutter Mane here. It seems like the play. They can't Terrastalize the Annihilate, which is huge news for me. Because if they had the choice of Fire Terra there, I might have been in a lot more serious trouble than I am now. All right, there's the mandatory sleep turn on the Annihilate. It's probably going for Protect there. That's why it outsped everything. Followed by the Discharge. Oh, you're going to hit yourself on purpose. And crit my Fluttermane. Okay. Well, hey, listen. As long as you don't one-shot my Fluttermane, I don't think I care. As long as you don't pair my Fluttermane, I definitely don't care. And this comes to the point that this comes to the part of the team that I love so much. Once my opponent successfully stalls my Trick Room, because let's face it, everyone's gotten so good at stalling Armarouge and DD Trick Room. Once they successfully do that, I have a fast mode waiting for them. I have the second highest space speed, Pokemon in the metagame. Just waiting for a chance to smack them. All right, we're putting everything to sleep now. Terastallizing. Do I Moonblast or do I Dazzling Gleam? I'm gonna Moonblast. I'll Dazzling Gleam Grumpig and next turn. I'm gonna just Moonblast as Annihilate while I have it asleep. Hopefully I get the second turn sleep too. We'll see. Because we did see that it tried to click Protect the last turn. But here's the thing. I'm a little bit worried that does Grumpig get Wide Guard? I don't know what Grumpig does. Okay, they don't Protect. That's a Moonblast onto an Annihilate. That's a dead ape. 100% dead ape. The deadest ape. And all that's left, that was a crit too, unnecessarily. All that's left is a stupid pig. What you got, Grumpig? It has Snarl and Sleep Talk. I'm convinced there's no other move on this Grumpig. That Snarl is a little bit annoying, but hey, we'll clean that right up right here. Okay, it's not Safety Goggles. I have no idea what item this Grumpig has. Maybe Assault Vest at this point. But thankfully now you're asleep. My Brute Bonnet with this burn is still doing so much for the team. We seed, we blast, we win. It has to be Assault Vest if they actually didn't forfeit there. Never mind, it's still dead. GG. Woo! And we're taking 2 games, baby. This team is killing the ladder right now. Granted, we're going against Grumpig and Pincurchin, but listen, I'm high ladder. What do you want from me? GG's. Scream, Tail, and Ceruledge. Ooh, this might be hard. This team is looking thick. Thick with double C's, baby. Thick but slow, though. It kind of looks like they want to be in Trick Room a little bit, but not too much. But it's an option for their team. I think my biggest concern is maybe the Ceruledge. Yamungus is not something I want to play against either, but it's something I could definitely tolerate with a bunch of Grass Terrors on my team. I have 1, 2, and 3 Grass Terrors over there. Roaring Moon's a Fire Terror, so is the Bonnet. Then we have Fluttermane as the Fairy Terror. I think Roaring Moon is good here, specifically for Jawlock and just keeping things on the field. I'm thinking I go super aggressive here with Fluttermane and Roaring Moon, then bring the Torkoal in the back on the off chance they set Trick Room. Yeah, I think no Armarouge and DD this game. Even though they have no Dark type on their team. No Armarouge and DD, because Armarouge and DD is kind of a Trick Room team, but in that middle speed tier, right? It's not really a hard Trick Room team. It's somewhere in between. It's at that awkward speed tier. So if they do set Trick Room up, I have to make sure, like, if I set Trick Room up this first turn, I wouldn't be able to outspeed this Sylveon right now. All right, Photosynthesis, they're going to get Booster Energy activated. They're going to get their Special Defense heightened. Okay, so not speed. Good to know. I will Fire Terror here and Jawlock. We are staying on the field. Followed by a Shadow Ball, I guess. I don't hate doubling into the Scream Tail just to see what happens. I definitely need to Fire Terror so I can live the Hyper Voice, though. That's pretty mandatory. And if they set Trick Room, fine. If they set Trick Room, then my backline's going to have a field day. Especially the Torkoal. All right, big Shadow Ball into the Scream Tail. The special defense is raised, but I am Specs. That's about half. Not bad. Jawlock. Doesn't finish off, but leaves it at 1 HP. And it can't go anywhere. There's a Hyper Voice. They're definitely going for a Trick Room. Like I said, which I kind of welcome. Kind of welcome that Trick Room. I can make some fancy swaps now. I'm gonna try to preserve my Fluttermane as much as I can. I don't like the fact that I just jaw locked and my only other move is Breaking Swipe. And they could disable me, so I think I have to protect this turn. I have to have a very defensive turn here, which is fine because it simultaneously wastes a turn to their Trick Room. The thing is, if they disable my jaw lock, then I have no attacking moves for the Scream Tail. So I have to show them protect so that they have something else to disable instead of my jaw lock. Our Protons is also going to go up, which is nice. Got 2 Pokemon on the field, both resisted to the Hyper Voice. There's my Protect. Let's see if they disable. There's a Hyper Voice first. Torkoal should be able to take at least 1. Even at +1. Eesh. That hurts still, though. Oh! Oh, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we gotta nip that one in the butt right now. Okay, I'm gonna jaw lock Sylveon. Nah. I am going to jaw lock you just to get rid of the sleepiness. I think I'm gonna clear Smog the Sylveon just to get rid of the +1. That +1 adds up. I don't want it to add up too much. They're actually gonna Terrastalize something. It's gonna be the Sylveon. It's Rock. You would be Rock Terra, dude. Holy! I bring in two fire types, and they have Rock Terra. My goodness. Well, at least I got rid of their +1 for what it's worth, but I'm not so sure that I can take a Rock Terra Blast on either one of my guys. Uh-oh. Oh, they went for the Roaring Moon. I live it, baby. Oh, and Citrus is gonna proc. Awesome. Problem is, I am still in a bad spot. Oh my goodness. They're actually able to sleep my Torkoal. That sucks. At least I got rid of you, but... Wow. 55% accurate, man. Alright. We're not down and out. We just have to stall out this Trick Room. Again. As much as possible. My Brute Bonnet should be able to make some things happen against the Sylveon, so I'm actually not too concerned with the Sylveon right now. There's a Fake Out into my Roaring Moon spot. Now, if they are faking that out, they're probably going for my Torkoal, but I'm still asleep. Yeah. I think that was my mandatory turn, so I was never going to actually get to attack there. Yeah, they're going for my Torkoal. Which means I have the option of going into my Brute Bonnet. It just kind of depends on what I decide to do with the Brute Bonnet. I wish I could check how many turns of Trick Room they have left. I believe there is 1 or 2. So Brute Bonnet is the play, I think. I just got to make a decision. There's 1 turn left to Trick Room, so they might protect with the Sylveon. So I should Breaking Swipe and Spore the Iron Hands for now. Assuming the Protect with the Sylveon's coming. No, they just Drain Punch. Oh, I'm sad. I'm very sad. I could have knocked that Sylveon. I didn't, though. Hopefully the Sylveon doesn't Hyper Voice. But I feel like that is the best play. Wow. They didn't protect Sylveon! I think it's okay. I think we're fine. I'm not so sure, though. I mean, I get a Breaking Swipe off for what it's worth. That does significant damage. And I have Dazzling Gleams. Hold on. Oh, we're not out yet. We are not out yet by any means. We still have a Specs Fluttermane. And they seem low enough to where I can hurt things. The sun is actually helping us a lot too. All right, we Breaking Swipe. And we Gleam. Over and over and over and over. Can you imagine if Iron Hands... Oh, so they did have protect. So I was right to call that last turn. Interesting. Very interesting. This should knock the hands. Plus the breaking swipe. Please knock the hands. Actually, this is the mandatory turn. It knocks it anyway. Okay, good. We have yet to see what the last mon is. The harsh sunlight fades. It's actually not great for us. It slows us down a little bit. Do they have Iron Bundle? I don't remember. No, they had Cerulege, didn't they? If they have Cerulege, I lose. GG's, friends. Oh my goodness. That's a rough one. Wow. Yeah, wow. GG's. My only hope is that there is no hope here, actually. I'm stuck. I have to breaking swipe. And I have to gleam. GG's. They win. Ah, that's so sad that it went down that way. But listen, if that Sing would have missed, I would have been in such a good spot. That would have been an extra turn. My Torkoal was on the field. Wait, they're throwing. They are throwing. They could have Shadow Snuck me there and won. This is a throw. World's biggest throw? No way I win this game. Wow. Okay. I can't Shadow Ball. That's the problem because I'm choice locked. But I can Jaw Lock. Game's getting a little bit spicy. Okay, let's Jaw Lock. And I have to keep gleaming. How much can the Jaw Lock do? My attack was never dropped. They Shadow Sneak the Flutter Mane spot. I might lose to just 2 Shadow Sneaks, but the fact that they're giving me a chance is huge. Jaw Lock. 1 shots, baby. Oh my goodness. And I take that game. The undeserved victory. Undeserved victory. Welcome to VGC, a 2-player game, folks. And we're taking home 3 wins in today's episode. Listen, I gotta go on a plane in like 4 hours. I'm feeling really good about this team, let me tell you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get you guys that rental code. And here you have the rental code for my Charlotte 2023 Regionals team. And what can I say? This team is Kevin's home, right? I'm going to be so sad once Indeedee and Armarouge are going to be not impossible to play, but more difficult to play in Regulation C. But I'm sure I'll find another team close to my heart. But right now, this team is the epitome of Scarlet and Violet for me. And it uses all of my favorite Pokemon, right? I love me some Bonnet. I love me some Armarouge. I love me some Flutter Mane. Roaring Moon is a new friend that I found, and honestly, I'm loving the heck out of that Pokemon too. It did a lot of work in today's video, specifically Jaw Lock. Like, I am so impressed with Jaw Lock after today's video. It is wild how relevant that move is, and just being able to keep your opponent there and not letting them move is such a good power tool. Because it removes an extra layer of prediction that you just don't have to make. Regardless, grab that rental code while it's out. Might keep it out for a couple of weeks. Series 2 is coming to a close too, so if you want to get some free last-minute ladder wins, consider using this team. This is the team that I feel is one of the best, at least in my opinion, at least with my playstyle. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, click the like button down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. I'm Ken Pokesports, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.